Hi guys, welcome to Cinemaland, the channel in which we talk about cinema, about the arts and crafts of the filmmaking and all the professionals involved, and bring us all the amazing stories that we see in the cinema. The very first one will be about The Revenant, Alexander Iñárritu's tour de force, if you want to call it like that. It's nominated for 12 Oscars. I went to see it last week with my girlfriend Sarah, and we had a blast. It was a proper ride, if you will, and it's easy to understand why Iñárritu went this way. I mean, even though it's very different from his previous films, especially last year's Birdman, but when you think about his overall thematic of films, in which he focuses on pain and on how human beings endure pain and endure all the hard times they have in their lives. You see there's a common thread between all his films, especially the most recognized ones like 21 Grams and Babel and Birdman, Beautiful, and now this one, The Revenant. So he produced and he wrote this film as well, and he teamed up with other people that he usually works with, especially Emmanuel Lubezki. Lubezki is the cinematographer, the director of photography, and they've collaborated in previous films like Birdman and one of the most famous advertisements of all time, 3 years ago, Nike Right to Future. They've teamed up and they've worked together on that one. But Emmanuel Lubezki is famous as well for his work on Gravity and Tree of Life. So you start to see like a common thread as well here in his work, and it's interesting to see that they've teamed up again and they've worked really hard to make this film a very intimate one, if you will. The Revenant was shot between 4 a.m. and 7 a.m. to give that natural light of the dawn, which is like it's a subtle theme in this film. I mean, The Revenant is all about the coming back of Leonardo DiCaprio's character, Hugh Glass. We'll talk about that a bit later. But they've worked in this environment, very in the wilderness, and even though it's wide open shots, and you can see that you are in the middle of the action, creating this sense of intimacy with all the characters. It looks like you're there. It's not virtual reality, but it's as if, and that's what makes The Revenant like a huge ride for all the viewers at the cinema. I mean, a film like The Revenant, of course, it's carried by its actors, especially Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hardy. And Leonardo already said that this is probably the toughest film he ever had to participate in, and he did things that he never hoped that he would ever do in his lifetime. He's a vegetarian, for instance. He had to eat the liver of a buffalo. He had to learn 2 Native American languages. He had to learn how to make fire, how to use a musket, and he worked with a traditional doctor to know how to make natural healings and ointments. Tom Hardy, of course, is another force in the film. He's the main antagonist, if you will, and he's not one of nowadays powerhouses already in cinema. I mean, in the past few years, he did films like Mad Max and The Dark Knight Rises, Inception, Rock and Roll, Sucker Punch, a lot of blockbusters, a lot of big films, and he was, of course, nominated for Best Supporting Actor as well for this film. And I think this is finally Leonardo DiCaprio's year. He's nominated for the Best Actor. He was previously nominated for The Aviator, Blood Diamond, The Wolf of Wall Street, and he deserves it already. So I'm going to show you a little bit of my own reactions and Sarah after we came out of the theater, and our anticipation before that. This was an amazing ride, as I said in the beginning, and all the crew and all the professionals that were employed to make this movie are to be praised. The makeup artists, costume designers, they should really be praised by what they've achieved with this film. that even though it had a lot of problems in the production, they had to change countries, the budget had to be doubled, and a lot of the crew had to be replaced because they weren't fit or they became ill during production. So it's a film that it's a living testimony of the harsh conditions that happened during the whole production. So have a look.
So here we are, doing our first vlogging, YouTubing, whatever you want to call it. We're about to watch The Revenant. Leo DiCaprio has been praised quite a lot for this movie and the whole movie itself. Very excited. People have been saying that it's a crazy ride, and I'm really excited to see if that's true or not. I believe so. The hype is real, and I'll let you know all about it right afterwards, as soon as I came out of the movie theater. And hopefully I will be as amazed as I hope I will be. See you in a bit. The cool thing is that Sarah is pretty much oblivious of what the film is, the main scene that everybody's talking about. So afterwards we'll see her reaction as well. Wow, that was harsh. Yeah, what to say, right? Poor man. What the hell, man? How can someone endure that shit? Heavy.
Really nice makeup though.
It wasn't makeup. He was really attacked by a bear.
Spoiled already.
Everybody knows it. It's in the trailer. Wow.
Yeah, told you. So I hope you enjoyed our first video. In the future we'll do this once a week, hopefully, or once a fortnight, and we'll focus on other films and the art and crafts of the filmmaking. And see you next time. Go watch movies in the cinema. Don't download.